So there are four skills I've seen in last 8 to 10 years have grown exponentially. One is DevOps. A second is containers, microservices, or we call or deployment. It's a deployment on Docker and Kubernetes, and all of them in on cloud. So lately I've been getting a lot of requests that a lot of you guys were requesting that I should do a free class on talking about these topics. So I was thinking of having a free class, which I have some points in my mind. So I wanted your help in order to tell me what all things you want me to cover in this free class. Will we talk about DevOps, containers, or maybe Docker, Kubernetes, and their implementation in cloud? And let me tell you, I have a few things I have in my mind which I'm thinking of doing. And then based on your request or suggestions or comments, I'm going to add more topics or maybe remove or add more topics around that. So leave a comment on this video and let me tell you what I'm thinking to planning to share. And I'll also, once I've done that, within the same under comment section, I'll be posting out the URL to attend for this free class. I'm thinking of roughly around a 90-minute to roughly around 90 minutes is ideal time, but it might be slightly less or slightly more depending on the topics you want me to cover. So the first topic I have in my mind is overview of all these, for especially for beginners. What is DevOps? What is containers? Kubernetes, Docker, differences between them, and then another thing is about their implementations on cloud. The second topic was why you should learn Docker and Kubernetes, and especially their implementation on cloud and why it's important to do them now. Third thing was then based on what I've learned and I've seen hundreds and thousands of guys are doing. If you're a beginner, you should be knowing about Docker file and then also images and how do you create an application or containerized applications using a Docker file through the images. I'm also planning to do a demo where I'm going to bring some experts. We'll do a demo about how these the Docker how do you deploy these applications, build these applications and deploy them both in Docker as well as Kubernetes cluster, and maybe do some cluster scaling, etc., and see them in action as well. We'll also tell you, I'm also planning to give a 21-step roadmap or 21 steps or 21 things that you should be knowing in order to learn Docker and Kubernetes as well. Then a lot of guys were eventually wanted to get a higher paid job. So the two most important things you should be doing in order to get a higher paid job in DevOps, containers, and Kubernetes, or Docker and Kubernetes. So two things. Also a 12-week roadmap if you're a beginner or if you're already working into DevOps and Kubernetes, how you can take your knowledge to the next level. A step-by-step, probably around 8 to 12 week roadmap to go from a complete beginner to learn them so that you get a higher paid job as well. And then of course 30 plus hands-on lab and 10 plus projects you should be doing or what all things you should be doing in order to learn that. So that's what I have in my mind. If you have something else that you want me to cover, leave me a comment. I might already have some videos, so I'll share that. If there's something not there or missing, I probably might create more videos and probably include in this free class. So leave me a comment. Tell me what all topics you want to see. And if I see enough comments, I'll create this class and the link should be under the comment section for this free class once it becomes available. With that, this is Atul from Team K2 Academy. I look forward to hear from you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.